Cloud. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. My name is Todd Ronan from Reality Forecast. That's realityforecast.com or Reality Forecast on YouTube or patreon.com Reality Forecast, where you can use the sessions that I've done to look at, and you can also practice remote viewing on your own. How are you this morning, Miss Liz?
Very well. I stayed up very late making a video with Mr. Robot. And during that video, there were strange noises and flashes of light going on in my dark room. It was kind of creepy. So I was like, listen, we got to go because I heard all these scratching sounds. It was crazy. Very well, thank you. Yeah, so your missing person cases that you're working on, are you working with law enforcement, detectives, or private investigators?
No, I don't do that. I just work with people that ask me. So they're in contact with private investigators, and I just send them my sessions, and then they task me. That way, I'm not even the middleman. I'm just sort of a man down below.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
I had an interesting scratching sensation when I was doing some work for somebody who they asked me about their abduction experiences. And, we don't like to talk about UFOs or ETs, but they had an experience with a few different species, and then they latched on to me. And you really need to be careful about what it is that you remote view and who is tasking you with it, because those energies can hang on to you and stick around unless you're able to clear them off.
And it's very, very hard to get rid of them. It's extremely difficult. I've had like UFOs or alien beings that wouldn't leave. And it kind of like freaked me out. And finally, I got rid of them because I wasn't going to entertain them. Now, that's the problem. When you're doing things like channeling Bashar, and I'm just using that as an example, nothing against any of these people, or Farsight, who are excellent remote viewers, but now everything has an alien infiltration within it. And that's a problem, because that's what they want. They want to connect. They want to communicate. And the other thing that we discovered last night, Mr. Robot asked he asked great questions, but he asked a question that was basically, what do they want from us? Or what do they wish that they had that we had? I can't remember exactly. And the answer was they wanted our experiences, right? So they wanted to have the level of experiences, emotional experiences, and the life that we have. I don't find, and Ronan, you may know because you do this stuff a lot more than me, I don't find that they exist, or I certainly haven't found that they exist in a physical body.
Oh, there are a lot of ETs that exist in a physical body that we've found. Yeah, but they also operate on a multi-dimensional level. So they have the continuum of time. So if you interact with them, 100 years ago, they still know that you're looking at them today. Oh, sorry. Everybody is unmuting themselves. So there you go.
Thank you. Sorry, I muted myself because I was having a drink of tea. Yeah, so, I mean, you've done a lot of work on alien stuff. I find that they're mainly in hologram form. And yeah, it was interesting. And then we had another interesting question. Tell me what you think of this one. We're just killing a bit of time before the people come in. So the question was, why are there ghosts, right? And the answer that I got back was that the ghosts actually, there's a lot of different theories as to why ghosts are here. But the ghosts were actually here because they wanted to be attached to the earth plane, but they didn't want to have to go through the struggle. And by going back into the spirit world and, recharging their soul battery, they would then have to come back down, reincarnate, and have to experience another lifetime. But they like the fact that they somewhat experience a little bit of an earthly existence, and they don't have to endure the struggle. What do you think to that? Kind of crazy, huh? Oh,
Yeah, it is. We haven't looked at many instances of ghosts. We did look at the reason behind near or EVP, and we found that the person's brain was actually creating that resonance through some type of area in the brain that was creating the voice phenomenon, and it connects to a non-physical level. So the individual that records an EVP is the one that's creating the EVP, but the medium of communication is their brain, and specifically the Wernicke area of the brain.
Remind me what an EVP is.
Electronic voice projection. When you go to the cemetery and you take a tape recorder and you record voices.
Oh, God. Yeah. We covered that last night. That's cool.
Oh, awesome.
We covered some of that. That's obviously a very in-depth topic, but yeah. Robot, he's all over the place. He's like, okay, now what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And we just go on and on and on.
A friend of mine from my class asked me if we could do this, and I wanted to bring it up with you too. He said there's all these negative entities that are feeding on the loosh of humans. Is it possible for us or our spirit team to rebalance that energy and then pull it back into ourselves, or is that energy we want not around us?
Whew. Okay, that's not an easy question. So the best way to get rid of negative energy, from what I know and I know how to do, is by doing the CTT. Because you're taking it away. Now, a question that I had over the weekend was that they didn't like the fact that I flashed with white light afterwards, because white light is obviously cleansing, and it also means erasing. And in some instances, yes, but just note that when I use the terminology white light, I'm actually, my perception and this perception that I have with the spirit teams, and I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you guys don't know about. I'm constantly communicating. And my definition of white light within the CTT is positive emotional fulfillment. And my definition of darkness within the CTT is negative emotional fulfillment. So when I'm saying white light, with regards to the CTT, they know that I mean, excuse me, they know that I mean white light, positive emotional fulfillment. You can't it's not easy to get rid of an entity, okay? I have tried many times. I've done lots of CTT sessions on people with entity attachments. And I've had one extremely difficult black magic attachment. You guys have probably heard me talk about it before. And George and I did many CTT sessions, and I did many CTT sessions for this person by myself. And that entity is still attached. It's very difficult. So the best way to bring more light into your sphere is by trying to pick through the negative energy and dispose of it, and replacing it with positive emotional fulfillment.
That's what I originally thought, and I wanted to make sure that I was right on that. So that's not energy that we want back, even if it is pulsed, even if it is cleaned. We want the new energy, which is new and clear and pure. We don't want that residual, because that would negate the effect of the CTT and the energy removal that we're trying to accomplish.
Right. And the other question, I had some really great readings over the weekend. The other, I mean, I'll tell you guys, you just wait till you hear what's coming out with Robot today. Somebody asked me to probe Generation Z. We did like a 45-minute probe on Generation Z. Liz, why is that important? Well, let me tell you why that's important. Because they're the future. And for serious investors, they need to know what Generation Z is going to be like, because that lets them know where to put their money. And it's an extremely interesting probe. So the other question that I got for the CTT, which was okay. Liz, why do you, when you take the negative energy away, well, you ask the spirit teams to take it away, heal it, inject it with love, put it into the spirit world, transmute it, and then you're sending it back into the universe instead of sending that healed energy back to me? Another excellent question. We have such a smart group, guys. We are so lucky. Another excellent question. So the reason is because when you just send it into the spirit world, you allow them to transmute it. Like, I don't want to be responsible for transmuting it. I got enough to do. So I let them transmute it. And then we put it back into the universe, because it is my belief, and you guys let me know if this makes sense, but it is my belief that by putting it back into the universe as good karma, it means that somebody else who may be in need of that good karmic energy can pull from it, and that ultimately has a knock-on positive effect for all of us. What do you guys think to that?
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I told the person from my class, that was the effect. There's also, that resonance that has the energy. You want to make sure that it goes back to the source of the universe and doesn't come back to you, because it's still tainted. Even though we've purified it, it needs to be cleared and purified with the source energy. So great. I appreciate it. That's what I had thought. And I'm glad to see that somebody else asked the question and was on board with that answer.
Yeah. It's, listen, like I said, guys, we're so productive in our group, right? Because we all learn from one another. We're working towards a similar goal, which is obviously, trying to remove money blocks at the lowest level, and at the highest level, we're working towards enlightenment and consciousness ascension, right? So that I found was a really good question. Hi, Dawn Marie. No, you're not late. So also what I got back though from that question was, we leave that energy. So when someone else needs it, it's kind of like a karma bank, right? But a universal karma bank. And sometimes we pull from it. Sometimes other people pull from it. Whatever living being needs it at that time can pull from it. So we are not only benefiting ourselves, but we're benefiting those that are in need, right, of this good karma bank. And to me, that the good karma that will be bestowed upon us because of allowing that energy to be there for others would be exponential, more potent.
And this is a bank that won't go bankrupt. So
yeah, there won't be hopefully not a bank run.
What would you like to work on today?
So I thought, because we're getting close to the holidays, right? I thought we would work on living our best lives, whatever that means to everybody. Some people that means like having lots of money. Some people that means having good health, good mental health, positive relationships, a healthy weight, a healthy mind, a healthy outlook. So that's what I thought.
All right, let's all tap.
Is that all good for everybody?
That sounds great. Let's tap.
Okay, so as always, First of all, I will never approach you in the comments of any YouTube video to contact me direct. All readings have to be booked through psychiclizcross.com. There's like lots of spam bots going on in my comment section.
Oh,
Don't pay attention to those, right? Don't WhatsApp anybody, don't Telegram anybody, don't email anybody, right? If
well,
it's
congratulations. You know you've made it when bots impersonate you. So congratulations.
I'm like, what is this? Who is this? This isn't me. Okay, so let's, as I say every week, we have to open responsibly and we have to close responsibly. Please open responsibly. And if you start doing the tapping, you need to close responsibly as well. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
As well as an optimum Faraday cage.
As well as an optimum Faraday cage.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy and relief now.
And deep joy and relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And I'm just going to send out a little gratitude of thanks that we have this opportunity to do this as a collective. And for those of us listening to the recordings, we're still working collectively. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay. Treasures. This was created by George Duesman. And he always said that we had lots of treasures in and all around us, but we never could see them clearly, or, we didn't know how to access them. So let's try. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The ability to see.
The ability to see.
Optimally recognize.
Optimally recognize.
Use and enjoy.
Use and enjoy.
The treasures in and all around us.
The treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And we're feeling all of those treasures and accessing them in a graceful and loving way. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Yes. And the final, sorry, I don't know what's going on in my throat this morning. The final opening is activation of our spirit teams. Now, somebody did ask me another great question, which is, what do you mean? Or what did George Duesman, when he came up with the wording for this, what does he mean when he says there's a part of us that knows how to, right? Because they really want to get into the CTT and they want to understand it and enjoy it. because there is a part of us that knows how to. There's a part of God within each of us, the all-knowing, the source energy. We just may not know where it is. It could be in many different places. So by verbalizing, there's a part of us that knows how to. We're acknowledging that we do have that empowerment within us. And we're going to use that. And then when we say, a part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now, that, solidifies that, that part of us that knows how to is now going to inform the rest of me, because we have to have this optimum alignment within our entire being in order to really manifest. So hopefully that provides some clarification for anybody who may have that question. Okay, so this is about activation of our spirit teams. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum activation.
Optimum activation.
Of all of our spirit teams.
Of all of our spirit team.
Our white light helpers.
Our white light helpers.
And our angelic experts.
And our angelic experts.
To help us with this session.
To help us with this session.
And remove any and all negative energy.
And remove any and all negative energy.
Take it into the spirit world.
Take it into the spirit world.
Transmute it into white light energy.
Transmute it into white light energy.
Which will bring about good karma to each and every one of us.
Which will bring about good karma to each and every one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath and just send that offer of gratitude. Excuse me, that offer of gratitude for our spirit team showing up this morning, or wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. If you're listening to the recording, it's still just as effective. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay. Where do we start? Is everybody feeling good so far?
Yeah, I feel more centered now. And you wanted to work on living the best and optimal life in and through the holidays season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of drama. Do you know how many text messages I've had in the past week? Oh, Liz, I need you. I'm going to face my family. I need you. Okay, let's go. So we're going to manifest first, and then we'll let go and heal. So let's manifest. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The optimum.
The optimum.
And everything that we need.
In everything that we need.
For our highest good.
For our highest good.
Our mind, body, and spirit.
Our mind, body, and spirit.
To live our best life.
To live our best life and incarnation.
An incarnation. Yes, absolutely. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep joy and relief now.
and deep joy and relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath and think about what it means to you to live your best life. You don't have to be a billionaire. I mean, you may want to. A lot of us just want to be comfortable, not have to worry. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I hope you got the same thing as me. What did you get?
I feel a lot more centered. And when we talked about finding the treasures all around us, I felt like it creates a glimmer or a glint on things that are important to us. So we'll be able to kind of at a higher dimensional frequency, recognize which objects have higher vibration and are therefore helpful for us to achieve that best and optimum life.
Yeah. I got like a shooting star, right? Now, I'm asking Spirit, what on earth does that mean? And it feels like sometimes, okay, this is what they're giving me. Because sometimes we have to work extremely hard to live our best lives, right? And then we burn out. But we've made our mark. And millions of people have managed to see it, right? Because that shooting star, and it may be very fleeting, that moment that we see it, but we've made an impact. So part of living our best life that Spirit are giving to us now is that not only do we live our best life for ourselves, but we also make a bright light for, or a beacon of hope for others. Does that make sense? Next bright comment to pass Earth.
Yes.
Oh, tell us about this comment.
I just looked up comet and that's what came up. So February 2023, I was trying to find a shooting star in the sky. And sometimes we'll see what we perceive to be shooting stars. They're just coming across, but they're small specks in the sky. And to those, well, I guess it's personal, but someone also mentioned their back is tingling, like they feel like it's Vicks Vapo Rub on their back.
Oh God, that's good. That means you've already started the rewiring process. So if anybody does have tingling sensations, crown, any of the chakra areas, anywhere on your body, what the CTT does, it actually is a rewiring process. And that's what that is, that sensation. Don't be scared of it. I like comments. Okay, so now the next step is we're going to let go and heal. Now, it was funny because I got, we need to feel comfortable. Certainly, a big question that I get asked frequently is, you're a psychic, why don't you win the lottery? Because if Liz won $350 million, like I tried to do one time, and the ticket machine wouldn't work, Liz probably wouldn't be sitting here pumping out information and offering enlightenment, right? So they like to keep people like me a little poor. All right. Let's go. Let's let go and heal. And if there's anything that you get negativity wise, you can verbalize that as well. All right. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
All of this frustration.
All of this frustration.
Every time I try to live my best life.
Every time I try to live my best life.
Something holds me back.
Something holds me back.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
2 steps forward and 2 steps back.
I can never get ahead.
I can never get ahead.
What else?
I am destined to fail.
I am destined to fail. I am destined to be poor.
I am destined to be poor. I don't have the knowledge.
I don't have the knowledge. I don't even know where to look for the knowledge.
I don't know where to look for the knowledge. I don't have the skills.
I can no longer help myself.
I can no longer help myself.
I am not motivated to help myself.
I am not motivated to help myself.
Nothing works.
Nothing works.
I feel guilty about being really successful.
I feel guilty about being really successful.
I make the wrong decisions.
I make the wrong decisions. I follow the herd.
I follow the herd. And the herd is not always right. Okay.
And the herd is not always right. I have FOMO.
Oh God. I have FOMO. That's huge. Oh my God. I have FOMO. Great. Let's finish this one out. We'll add more. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Excuse me. And note that yawning, burping, coughing, throat clearing, that's all good. And I'm asking our spirit teams at this point to take away this negative energy, heal it, love it, transmute it, take it into the spirit world, transmutation into white light positive energy. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I can't wait to hear what you got.
So I saw this imagery of the Tesla Tower, which is this, central tower that has lightning sparks coming out of it. And that's where you want to be. You want to have everything sparking around you, but still be the center of your optimum.
Wow. That's excellent. That's excellent. So it's kind of like it's showing you where to be, kind of like that shooting star. Now, what came through for me, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, that's good. Tingling all over your body is excellent. You're rewiring. We're measuring success with our conscious minds when actually it's our soul that determines our success. Right? Oh, tightness in throat is good. I'll hit that in just a second. So conscious mind thinking, we're like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to be this. I got to be that. But the soul, the definition of success for the soul is extremely different, which is I've got to learn. I've got to grow. I only do that with struggle. We don't learn, contrary to what everybody wants to believe, conscious mind belief. We don't learn when things are good, people, right? We just don't. We only learn when things are bad. Things are difficult, right? We don't learn when things are good. And a lot of that learning that takes place does elevate our conscious mind. It does accentuate consciousness expansion. But at the time of going through it, it's hard. Every year, I actually make a list of what I've learned. And this was a big year for me. 2022 was huge. And I think that you should make a yearly list at the end of every year of what you've learned that you can always go back and look on, and remind yourself, okay, yeah, 2022 or particular years were very difficult. But in hindsight now, I'm much more successful as a soul than I was. So this is a problem. We're in conflict with our soul. So we need to bring our soul into a more appropriate alignment where we still are learning, but we're keeping up with the conscious mind struggles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, certainly.
Now, how do I word that? Because I don't know. My mind just went shut down, blank. How do I word that?
Align my body's in align my body's incarnation path with my soul path.
Okay, that's great. How about alignment between soul and conscious mind in a joyful, optimum way? Because we can align our conscious minds to our soul path, but our souls may want to drag us through the mud, right? Oh, well, now they're ready to learn. So they're trying to conscious mind. They're ready. They said, yes, please. And now I'm going to make things super difficult, right?
So what is your idea that the conscious mind with?
So we're going to have to go for optimum and joyful alignment between our conscious mind's idea of a success and our soul's idea of success. And I'm really sorry if you can hear my 2-year-old he's in the other side of the house, but he's very loud. Okay, let's go. That part of our beings. Come on, Liz. Oh, goodness me. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum alignment.
Optimum alignment.
Between our soul and our conscious mind.
Between our soul and our conscious mind.
So we agree upon. On a continuous basis. Of what joyful success actually is.
Of what joyful success actually is.
Anything else?
That those vectors align.
That those vectors align. That energy, that frequency reaches optimum joyful alignment. Do not forget the word joyful. Joyful alignment.
That the frequency achieves optimum joyful alignment.
Yes, between the conscious mind and the soul.
Between the conscious mind and the soul.
We're tired of struggling.
We are tired of the struggling.
We're asking the white light portion of the universe.
We are asking the white light portion of the universe
to cut us some slack, to give us a break.
To cut us some slack, to give us a break.
Not everything needs to be hard all of the time.
Not everything needs to be hard all of the time.
Please give us lots of joyful moments of elation and where we can express gratitude.
Please give us lots of joyful emotions and events where we can express gratitude.
Yes. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy and relief now.
And deep joy and relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And we're asking our spirit teams to take away any negative blockages that are standing in the way of us reaching this optimum alignment of what joyful success is between the conscious mind and the soul. Whew. I don't know about you guys. My crown is like, and we're asking them to heal it, inject love into it, take it into the spirit world, transmute it into white light, positive energy, karma, emotional fulfillment back into the universe. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Wow. How are you guys feeling? What did you get, Ronan?
I just saw this giant like book of life close in front of me with sparkles coming out of it.
Wow. Wow. Somebody says, I feel lighter in the belly. That's because your solar plexus is like your energy center. Now, I find when we're taking energy out, and this is why it's important to close properly, but as we're taking energy out, a lot of times it comes from the solar plexus area and it works its way up through the body. Now, we got people with feeling pressure in nasal forehead area with tight throat. So now I have to tune in. Yawning is good. Nausea, that's because there's a big shift in energy. Head spinning, just make sure you're in a good, comfortable position. Lightheaded and sneeze. Oh my God, that's good too. So let me focus in on the tight throat. Wow, the tight throat, and I think this is going to resonate for all of us. We're angry that we're forced to run away in times of struggle. Wow, let's tap on that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We are angry
We are angry
when we have experienced struggle.
when we have experienced struggles.
We have been forced to run away,
We have been forced to run away,
to get away from the struggle.
to get away from the struggle.
That was the only way we could cope.
That was the only way that we could cope.
And when we run away,
And when we run away,
we bypass the opportunity
we bypass the opportunity
to process and heal.
to process and to heal.
Anything else from you, Ronan? No? Okay.
No.
What did you, no?
No.
Okay. And at that point, if you're listening to the recording and you guys participating today can listen again as well, you can just insert your own feelings. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief and joy now.
and deep relief and joy now.
So let's take a deep breath. And again, I'm asking our spirit teams to step in at this point and stop us from having to run away, making knee-jerk decisions sometimes, running away from our struggles, and we've never been able to heal, grieve, process all those necessary transition emotions to get us through to the other side of that experience. So heal that energy, take it into the spirit world, transmute it into white light positive energy back into the universe. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Oh my goodness, that was so big. How are you guys feeling? Everybody feeling good?
Everyone went to sleep, it looks like. Yeah, tired, yawning, happy.
Sleeping. Lots of people are feeling sleepy. So that happens during the CTT because it's such a huge energy shifting session, right? That your body, it's extremely exhausting. You know, when you're going through a struggle and you're trying to process it, okay, it's really exhausting. Sometimes we go into these, what I like to call hiding sleeps, right? We just like to hide away and sleep because, you know, it's just too much that we're processing, that we're doing. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. That's okay. You can always listen to this recording again. Everybody, loads of people have the flu at the moment. Okay, so what's left? Because I feel really relaxed. I feel like, you know, we sort of achieved that alignment. How do you feel, Ronan?
Yeah, I feel slightly tired too, which is unnormal for me. Not normal for me. I've been very full of energy, but I feel a bit like I could take a tryptophan nap after Thanksgiving turkey.
That's so funny. That's awesome. Well, just know that the tiredness really is like your body readjusting. As George Duzman puts it, it's your internal furniture being rearranged. Okay, well then on that note, we can close. Okay, that's good. You're tearing up. That's good because you're healing. So let's close and then we'll stay for questions. All right. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
easily and joyfully manifest
Optimum guidance.
optimum guidance,
Positive emotional fulfillment.
positive emotional fulfillment,
Gratitude.
gratitude,
Self-love.
self-love,
And the ability to be
and the ability to be
joyfully successful
joyfully successful
in all of those wonderful spaces that we just opened up.
in all of those wonderful spaces that we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief and joy now.
and deep relief and joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And at this point, I'm going to ground and protect us and thank our spiritual helpers and everyone who came today to help. Thank you, Ronan, and everybody who showed up and everybody who's listening to the recording. Your soul is here for a reason. And on and on and on. Information transfer is now complete.
The information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
You know, I feel exhausted, but I do feel relaxed.
Yeah, that was a challenging one to put through. I think I got a lot of furniture moved.
Big ones or little ones? Like
A lot of big pieces of furniture inside. Yeah, a lot of energy healing. So one thing I final note, is that everything?
Yes, thank you.
One thing I wanted to mention, if you're interested in decorating your tree with bent spoons or bent forks, you can join me on the 17th of December for my spoon bending event. You can go to Eventbrite and look up spoon bending and 2022 spoonbending.eventbrite.com. I look forward to seeing everybody there, and we'll hold for questions, and we'll see you back here next week.
Can I just add, spoon bending parties are so much fun. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, fabulous. And how, again, just how do they find, do you have a link on your website?
No, I don't, but go to Eventbrite and look up spoon bending, and it's the free event on the 17th of December.
Yay, that's awesome. I want to go for sure. Well, thank you very much, and we'll hold for questions.